Yeah, it's a really strange feeling because it is obviously you're gutted because we've lost, and you look at the league table going, oh, if we just got 3 draws we would have been around the 7th position. Then you look at the situation we're in and go, well, if you can't get the points, then what's the next best thing? Is to play with a bit of passion and a bit of pride, and some good football at times. I think the first half against Milton Keynes was all right. I thought second half we had a right go. Same at Bradford, same at Fleetwood, and so that's the second choice in terms of what you look for in a matchday experience. First choice is to get the 3 points. We haven't got a point at the last 3, and that's majorly disappointing because we didn't set the boys up and give them the mindset of just run around and try hard because that'll be enough. We wanted to win the games, but if you don't, what's the next best thing? The players work the socks off, and I think you've seen by the reaction of the supporters the last 3 games. They can see the situation we're in. The lads are going the extra mile, and hopefully now we're coming out the other side of what's been a pretty dark tunnel.
Well, it's reassuring, I guess, that the league's so tightly packed, and a good run of that kind would put you right back up there.
Yeah, and that's a big plus, George, that we are very close to where we want to be. I think it's only really Walsall that are really, I won't say walking away with it, it's far too early, but they're a lot of points clear of 4th, put it that way, so they're in a real good position. Notts County started the day on 2nd, and now they're dropped to 7th. Wimbledon, when we beat them, have gone to 9th, and now they're 2nd. That's how tight it is. We just need this league is really renowned for teams putting late runs together. Donny and Crawley did it last year, with the latter getting promoted. We don't want to leave it that late because I think both of those teams are in worse positions than we are now. We're in a good position, and I think we've built that. We've afforded the last 3 results because of how well we have started the season. Now we've got to make sure that 3 bad results aren't into 4 or 5 to 6, because then suddenly you find yourself 15th, 16th position, and it's tough to get near the top 7. So we're still in a good position, but going into Gillingham it is vital against a team who are not great in form that we come out on the right side of the result.
Well, the squad's obviously very bare bones at the minute. There's a couple of lads been back in training recently. Is there anyone going to be back for Gillingham?
Ash Palmer's training fully, Flecky's training fully, although Flecky was involved. Bez is training, light training. So I think it was important that we had certain players on the bench in our last game, just for a little bit of motivation and morale, and to give, not that they were losing belief, but to support us to see that, the lads are coming back, the cavalry's coming. That might in turn give certain lads a rest, it might not, because they haven't done much wrong, the players, apart from win the games, which, as we all know, is the most important thing.
Well, Gillingham up next, it was a narrow defeat at their place, looking to turn that result around.
And that shows how quick football can change. We played really well that day. Probably should have got something from it, goal disallowed, but maybe shouldn't have had people sent off, and that's going over old ground. And I think after the game they're on the pitch celebrating, I think they'd gone top, and the manager was the hero and the players were all heroes, and then you're watching the game against Bromley last night and it couldn't be further from that. That's how quick football changes. They don't become a bad team overnight, they don't become a bad manager overnight. It's just how football is, sometimes a couple of bad results. We've lost 3 on the trot, they've lost a few on the trot. So on paper, neither team is full of confidence, are they? But we know we are. I can't speak for Mark's camp, but they've got some good threats, and they're a strong team, and they'll be coming up here to, like all bad runs, to put that to an end, and we've got to make sure we don't allow them to do that.
I guess you just kind of got to capitalise on their bad form.
Ideally, yeah, but you don't capitalise on someone else's bad form if you don't turn up. And whatever you say about our team the last 3 games, I wouldn't say you've turned up in every single aspect of the game and the meaning of the word, but we haven't made it easy for the opposition whilst being in a tough situation ourselves. That tough situation's getting easier, and the law of averages should state that sooner or later that those performances turn into results, but they only happen if you keep the ball out of one net and put it in the other.
We've got a weekend off after this one. Is that going to be a welcome break?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't be. I think we are thinking our lucky stars. There's certainly no midweek game, let alone a game at the weekend after, on the 11th, is it? So that'd be a good chance to get a lot of bodies back. Yes, we've got the Rotherham game on the following Tuesday, but going into Grimsby, the answer to your earlier question, hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 names that haven't been involved for a while in and around the squad.